Can I legally sell food on Etsy? Well, the answer to that question is yes and no. When you want to distinguish exactly what you mean by selling food on Etsy, what type of food are you selling? The next question that you want to ask is, where are you going to sell it from and how are you going to make it? Because technically, number one, you can't sell food over state lines from your home kitchen, which falls under the cottage food laws. Cottage food laws are very, very specific as to what you can sell, where you can sell it, how much you can sell it, and even where you can ship it or deliver it. So you want to be very cautious, otherwise you could get yourself into some legal troubles. So I'm going to go over 4 ways to actually sell food on Etsy legally, and these 4 options are for anyone who wants to do that. And we're going to dive into that right now. All right, so number 1 is actually going to be renting a commercial kitchen. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, Damien, how can I rent a commercial kitchen at those costs and still make it profitable? Well, I'm gonna give you a reason and tip on how you can and why. Number 1, if you are gonna sell food on any platform, even specifically Etsy, you can actually tap into a commercial kitchen only as needed. Now, what does that mean specifically? That means as you get your orders, you can 1 day a week fulfill those orders by going to a commercial kitchen and legally renting it, producing your food product, and then shipping it to your customers from the commercial kitchen, not from home. Now, you have to check with your commercial kitchen and find out specifically what you can do as far as the shipping process from the commercial kitchen itself, because many of them will allow you to actually produce your product and ship it from there. So that way you have 0 waste, you fulfill your orders, and you're doing it legally and of course legitimately. Number 2, you want to use a fulfillment center. So what is a fulfillment center? So fulfillment centers are actually facilities where you ship a food product, or any product for that matter, and they actually will warehouse it, stock it there, and then they will fulfill the orders as Etsy comes or orders come through. So once you get an order on your Etsy, that is going to give a notification to the fulfillment centers, and they will pull the product, ship it on your behalf, and do everything on the back end for a very small fee. But that is legally allowing you to produce a food product. You can operate your business from home, but you're not actually producing the product physically there. And the fulfillment centers will be the ones who handle all of the back end of the order. Number 3, co-packer or private label business. So if you tap into a co-packer, they will actually be able to produce the product for you and then ship a bulk of that all the way over to the fulfillment centers. So this would bring into play the actual fulfillment center, which would stock and warehouse the product you're selling on Etsy. It could be your food product of any kind, actually, because the co-packer produces it. You're not making it at home, and they simply just ship to the fulfillment center. So after shipping it to the fulfillment center, that is where it actually comes into play, where they will do all of the back end order, shipping, and handle the customer service for you. Now, of course, they do charge a fee for that as well. So to make this profitable and really truly work, you have to make sure that your price points are really spot on when it comes to Etsy. And what I mean by that, you need to factor in all of your costs. Now, in order for you to factor in all of your costs, you need to make sure that you're factoring in the cost of your co-packer, the cost to ship it from the co-packing facility over to the actual fulfillment center, and then all of the fees that Etsy charges as well. Now you might be thinking, well, Damien, how can this be profitable? It can be. Your price point needs to be at around $35 or $25. Between $25 and $35 is the sweet spot for making anything profitable online. So when you produce a food product, selling it for $5, $10, maybe even $15, not gonna cut it because of all the fees that are in between you and your customer, as far as the fulfillment center, Etsy, and of course the co-packer if that's who you're using. Now, fourth, build out a separate kitchen in your home. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Damien, that costs a fortune. Tell you the truth, it really doesn't. If you've got a space such as a basement down below your home or a garage, believe it or not, many states, cities, and counties will allow you to build out an actual home kitchen. The thing with it is that in order for you to get a license to be a commercial kitchen, you really truly need a separate kitchen. Separate kitchens are not the kitchens you're going to use at home, and they can be simple and easy to build out with simply a 3-compartment sink, mop sink, a hand sink, and then a few tables and maybe even a refrigerator or freezer. You've got yourself a commercial kitchen. This can run you roughly around $1,200 on the low end, believe it or not. Not that much to get started. But the question is, you got to check with your city and county on whether or not they would allow you to have a separate kitchen on your property. And if they do, that is a way to actually create a commercial kitchen on your property in your home and you can actually be licensed to ship outside the state. So those are 4 ways that you can actually legally sell food on Etsy. Make it happen, guys. If you've got questions about this video or even selling food on Etsy, let me know down below. If you are selling food from your own commercial kitchen and you've got some experience, let us know in the comments for our other subscribers. I'll see you guys on our next video.